So hello and welcome back to NVN, and the chances are that might be the last time that you hear me say that. There is some news about to unfold in this video, but before we get there, I want to share with you the remarkable journey of how this place came about. You see, once upon a time, early subscribers may remember that I flew my 458 Speciale over to Dubai. And when I was out there, this basically a startup, this new company, I think they'd been trading for around about 12 months, reached out and said, while you're in town, would you like to get your car taken care of here? PPF, perhaps a wash. And I remember walking into this place. It was a little red door on an industrial estate, kind of back streets of Dubai, really. And I remember walking in that door, and the words that came out of my mouth were, this place is like Apple had gone into car care. It was unbelievable. This is... Look at this place. It's like Apple went into PPF. Look at this place. Oh my good Lord. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. And I'd been fortunate at that time to have traveled the world and seen all sorts of different PPF shops. But that place, there was something about it. It was just doing it differently. But the number one thing for me, when I was out there, they had this little lounge upstairs. And I was out there for about a month. And while I was in that lounge, I just met loads of like-minded people. And it just kept the content flowing. I met some great petrol heads and immersed me in the car culture of Dubai. And it wasn't until I came back to the UK that I realized we actually didn't have anything quite like that. My partner in NVN at that time was a guy called Nick, who I've started nicknaming Quick Nick, because I suggested to him at the time, and I was actually half joking, I was like, wouldn't it be great if we had an NVN over here in London? And I think he was on a plane within 3 days. At that time, I was effectively tasked with sort of launching this place, really. I remember the day we walked in here, we got the keys, and it felt so big, and I thought to myself, there's no way we're ever gonna be able to fill this space, because when it's empty, it feels huge. And look at this now. The place is absolutely stacked. All right, now, I was really proud when we opened these doors for the first time. I remember this. You can see this, look at this, right? You come down here, we put down here this NVN Motorworks plaque. I remember discussing that with the team because it was like, it reminded us of a kickstyle, and they always have their brand on the kickstyle. So we were like, do you know what? Why don't we stick our brand there? And fun fact, I actually laid the very last tile in this building. All right, this has been somewhat pre-prepped. I'm feeling a monumental pressure here to not get this right. The guys have done such an amazing job. Look at that there. It's in. There you go. Settle it in. I'm not going to pretend like I know what I'm doing, but I've seen them laying it down and do that a bit. There you go. Final tile in. Look at that. Hey! We're in. We had the whole floor tiled, which completely transformed how this place feels. At the time, people thought we were crazy, but we managed to create an environment that looked like that. And for me, online, it was all about brand. It was all about trying to convey the quality that we were trying to apply to these cars needed to come through in every facet of everything we did. So things like this, things like organizing the Timothy Alton Lounge, laying this last tile, really made us proud. And what was really special was my partner in Production Bunker, the Bunker Group, was the first person to bring in a suite of cars in here. We had 4 of the Lava Collection Aston Martin Zagatos roll in here as the first suite of cars that we ever applied PPF to. And that actually transitions me nicely onto the reason that I've decided to step down as director, as a shareholder, because we've been focusing so much on Bunker Group, so much on Production Bunker over the last few years, that some really exciting things are about to unfold. And it's just a great set of circumstances in terms of timing, because what's about to happen is going to take all of my time and all of my attention. The journey here has been fantastic. As the content has flown out on the channel, we've been really fortunate to getting cars like this and cars like that. Now, my objectives as part of the NVN team were always to launch it, effectively put it on the map, which I think we actually ended up doing globally, because we had people reaching out from all corners of the world asking to open up NVNs in different parts of the globe. So in future projects, one of the things which will unfold is that of aesthetic and design and branding. And one of the things which we were really excited about, and I'll be totally honest, heavily influenced by Ken Block's garage about, was this here. So this was our shipping container light box, and it was amazing. With just a few bits of paint, we applied the MVN colors, the MVN branding on here, and this was our sort of final stage quality control booth. The cars that we've had in here have been mind-blowing. In fact, I'm going to roll now a quick segment of my top cars which have ever been in this booth. This may be a chapter for us closing at MVN, but what's about to unfold on this channel, and it's not going to be immediate, but there's going to be some serious unfoldings of some serious epicness. And we've learned so much here. It's been an incredible journey. And I just want to say thank you, really. Massive thank you to you, the audience, first and foremost. If it wasn't for you and the passionate petrol heads that trusting the channel in bringing their cars here, simply this wouldn't exist. The team here is fantastic. It's a great bunch of wonderful, passionate, skillful folks. Yeah, let's just say that this is very much just the beginning of some seriously cool stuff to come. So stay tuned. Be sure to subscribe, because what's about to be announced is going to be pretty big. As always, thanks so much for watching. We shall see you next time. Ciao.